This program may contain coarse language that could offend some viewers. Discretion is advised.
It's a great evening to play a full 60 minutes on the Prairie. Second meeting of the year in this East-West rivalry. Alouettes and Roughriders on live Mike Night in Regina.
Yeah, we'll listen in to quarterback Vernon Adams for the Montreal Alouettes. 6-1 in his last 7 and has led the Alouettes to a 3-game win streak. Ed Gainey wants to add to his interception totals here tonight. He'll be mic'd up. Cody Fajardo, 2 young quarterbacks that are tied for the league lead in touchdown drives with 26. We'll listen in to Cody and Patrick Levels. He's number 4 in the CFL in defensive plays.
Gary Jones, 6-4 Alouettes on their second straight 3-game win streak of the season. One of the surprise teams this year, 3-2 on the road. And Greg Dickinson's Riders look for a rebound game after their 6-game win streak was abruptly halted in Winnipeg last week. Alouettes won the toss. They have deferred. And Luchez Purifoy, Marcus Thigpen back to accept the opening kickoff from Boris Beatty. These two teams 6-6 in their last 12 meetings. It's Purifoy getting outside. Flag comes down as he gets pumped out at the 37-yard line by Beatty. And Cody Fajardo will lead the Roughrider offense onto the field.
7-3.
Holding Saskatchewan, number 29. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Fajardo 7-3 this year as a starter for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and you saw his stat line: 2,600 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But the Riders coming off the loss in the Banjo Bowl.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on, Roseland, come on!
Going to be a long field to start. After the penalty on the return.
Here we go, boys. Right hash, we're going spread left, yes. 45, R. Rodney slide, Z edge on 101, ready?
They'll start in the 8 with both Powell and Thigpen in the backfield. Fake to Powell. It is Thigpen. And up at the 15-yard line, Tommy Campbell, first contact for the Alouettes defense as we set the green and white offense for you.
Well, Rider fans want to see the ball handed to William Powell a little more often. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on. And Mitchell Picton gets a chance to start. Guy who's from the U of R, local homegrown talent.
Pistol 45, Ben Stone.
Thaddeus Coleman up front. Going to be matched up with John Bowman, the Hall of Famer. Watch that matchup tonight.
Green 18! Green 18!
Second and a couple. It is Powell straight ahead, first down, and a lot more. William Powell with more yards on that run than he had in his first meeting against Montreal. 4 carries for 7 and 4 for just a single yard in Winnipeg last week.
Yeah, they want to get the ball more in his hands, but take a look at the starting defense for the Montreal Alouettes. There's John Bowman. 4 sacks, leads the team, also leads in tackles for losses. 218 starts for the guy going straight into the Hall of Fame when he retires. One change, Chris Aki is out. Tevin Floyd from the Citadel is in. There's Patrick Levels, who's mic'd tonight. Bola Combo, hit of the year against the BC Lions a week ago.
The Riders said they wanted to establish a run game, and it looks like they are. William Powell, 9 more on that carry.
Well, you take a look at William Powell's last 4 games. 4 carries in the Banjo Bowl, as you mentioned. Winnipeg, 8 carries. Go back to Ottawa, it was just 11.
Harry Z clear on 101, ready?
And the game before that, the shortened game against the Alouettes, just 4 touches there in basically 3 quarters.
Green 18! Green 18!
6 receivers out. Fajardo to throw, and Shaq Evans has the catch up at the 46-yard line. And that's a pickup of 8. So good first down production on this opening drive for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, good first down production and mission accomplished if you're the Riders and you start with the field position that they had after the penalty inside their own 10-yard line. Your first goal is just to get into plus territory, get to midfield. So if you have to punt, you flop the field in field position.
Devin Floyd the tackle. 2nd and 2. And they'll swing it to Moore. He's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the drive stalls near midfield.
It looked like Kyron Moore just got a little too wide. Possibly the pass. Cody Fajardo wants to get that out there a little bit quicker, but looked like he got a little bit too wide, and when he did, he ran right into the tackler.
Barry Jones without Shakir Ryan this week. Ryan had a punt return touchdown in the first meeting in August. Quan Bray will handle punt return duties to start tonight. And here's John Ryan, who leads the CFL in punt yardage. Line drive. Touchdown. That's his pass. Bray, is that a live football? It is, and he'll eat it back at the 1.
Nice job. Nice
Eli
job.
Buka putting pressure on Quan Bray, who misplayed that line drive punt. 62-yard bouncing punt and off the hands of Bray, so a live football. Fortunate to get back on it. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the Nissan Titan, ranked number 1 in quality by J.D. Power. On a break for the Alouettes, a penalty on the punt cover team for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, these guys right here have got to wait till the ball is kicked, and Micah Tights is going to leave early just before John Ryan makes contact. You see 43, he's downfield before the ball is kicked. He can't do that. That is a penalty. It was the right call on the field, and a big break for Montreal. They were on their own 1-yard line.
So let's see how much better Montreal's field position is after the 10-yard penalty. Ryan reloads. Bray lets this one take a bounce, and he misfires here. And the Alouettes get back on it. Buka with a great chance for the recovery, and Quan Bray having a nightmare on the first 2 punts of the game.
Quan Bray's alarm clock hasn't gone off just yet in his afternoon nap before this one, because that's 2 botches in a row where this one's even worse. He just attacks the ball, hits his helmet, and Buka again, first guy there. Wow, they dodge another major bullet. Vernon Adams saying, are we going to get our offense out there or not?
It is a gusty wind here at Mosaic. Might be playing a little tricks on the football, but we might see Greg Reed back there on the next punt return. Here's Vernon Adams, and the slant incomplete, or was it fumbled? Cameron Judge with the recovery is in, and Saskatchewan thinks they've got a defensive touchdown. They had 2 in the first meeting. All turnovers have to be reviewed. And did Gino Lewis make the catch?
It's not wrong for the officials to let the play continue while they make their decision and not blow the whistle and blow it dead, and then they can go to the
previous play is under review for a catch and fumble.
Then they can go to the command center, take a look at it, because as of the ruling right now in the field, they've ruled that this was a catch by Eugene Lewis and then a fumble, scoop and score by Cameron Judge. I'm not sure if he had it long enough.
Doesn't look like it, but again, the call on the field was, I don't think there's any question that's an incomplete pass, but we'll wait for the official verdict.
Yeah, and I think you got to look at it in real time.
Yep. Charleston Hughes and Earl O'Kine had fumble recovery touchdowns in the first meeting.
Boy, that we slowed it down and.
No, we're going to be right. The sticks didn't move, so we're going to be second down. Second down.
Yeah, Murphy's got the verdict.
Right? It was left hash.
I think you could tell from that discussion.
After review, there we go. The ruling on the field is overturned. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be second down.
The officials did the right thing by letting the play continue and not blowing it dead.
Quarterback's trying to get everybody on the right page.
Yeah, get your head in it. That's a couple of miscues right out of the gate.
Go! Second and 10. Draw.
Great call.
Here's Williams, stand back. Didn't play in the first meeting. Gets dragged out short of the first down by Judge. Alouettes didn't have stand back Posey or Adams in the first matchup in August.
Yeah, that's a very different team. Antonio Pipkin started that game. Jeremiah Johnson was the starting tailback, and no DeVere Posey. So that's why I think Saskatchewan fans have been a little uneasy this week, wondering about their team's chances. But defensively with the 2-and-out to get started.
Beatty to punt it away. Skies it. Thigpen, 22-yard line. Marcus Thigpen surrounded and brought down at the 27. Good cover team. And the charge led downfield by Bo Lacombo. So no blood drawn on the opening possessions of the game.
And we got all these people going this way, and there's one guy. So
Greg Dickinson's team was riding a 6-game win streak, but came back to earth with a thud in the 35-10 loss last week.
You know, I think we got our ego bruised a little bit in that game. I think we felt like we were maybe a little better than we were. So that's probably brought us down a little bit, maybe humbled us a little bit, which is good. We need that. We need to get our nose to the grindstone and improve. And I think that loss and the way we got beat, I think it forced us to look in the mirror and say, you know, we're not quite as good as we thought. How can we get better?
Just 17 first downs in that game. A complete game low for Fajardo as he unloads downfield, and Evans almost made a circus catch. Greg Reed there defensively.
This is the other area that Saskatchewan wants to get back in the groove. They want to make sure that they can get that deep ball again. This is a little play action after establishing William Powell in Series 1. Offensively, Cody Fajardo takes a shot.
We're going weak left Rex, fake 60. Our Oakland bite.
Pretty good coverage there by Greg Reed.
Fake 60, fake 60.
Playmaker, number 26 in that back end for Montreal.
Second and 10.
Double cut.
Out of the pocket. And dropped there by Arsenault. Would have been short of the first down. Tommy Campbell in his hip pocket. And a 2-and-out for Saskatchewan.
Pretty good pass rush here from Antonio Simmons that flushed Cody Fajardo out of the pocket. I believe it was 93 that got some pressure on him.
Going to send 2 punt returners back, Quan Bray and Greg Reed. Reed, a terrific punt returner in college, but
Catch the ball.
Gary Jones wanted to save him for defensive duties, but that changed after the first series of punts.
Get back. Wait it.
You got to make the turnover happen.
Get out and run, fellas!
That's going to be Quan Bray again, though. Driven back inside his 20. 61-yard punt by John Ryan. And Bray taken out around the 30-yard line by Dyshawn Davis. Oh, one of the new wave of young quarterbacks. In fact, it's a terrific matchup between Adams and Fajardo, who have so much in common.
We got 32-5. Black Jill creepy slice. On black on black. Pete.
Little reminder there to William Stanback about protection.
They stand back straight ahead. Not much there into the teeth of that defense. Moncrief had moved up.
So you mentioned it. No Williams stand back in the game they played that was shortened. No DeVere Posey, no Vernon Adams in that game. So very different lineup Saskatchewan's defense is facing here. Christian Matt in there because Micah Johnson in the middle. Christian Matt's got to help on the double team with his teammates Sean Jamieson and Trey Rutherford.
Second and 8. 4-man rush. Time. And open is DeVere Posey at midfield. First big Montreal play, a 23-yard connection to Posey.
Real good time to let DeVere Posey just find that soft spot. He gets up the field, shows his speed, and then just turns in front of Luchez Purifoy.
First down, 6 receivers out. Lewis, and he is stopped immediately. Nick Marshall, quick close, and maybe just a yard for Eugene Lewis.
We're halfway through the first. You might notice that Charleston Hughes has not been on the field. Earl Okine will start for him. He's a little bit nicked up and just banged up from the first half of the season, so he gets a night off. I think Cameron Judge may be the outstanding Canadian nominee the way he's playing in that Saskatchewan defense. And there's our mic'd up player, Ed Gainey. We'll listen in to Ed tonight.
Former Alouette looking for his first interception of the year. Like Okine jumped a free play, and the pass incomplete. And maybe more than one flag to deal with here.
Major foul, roughing the passer, Saskatchewan, 98. Offside, Saskatchewan, number 91. Automatic first down.
Charbel DeVere with the roughing the passer penalty.
See the late hit on Vernon Adams.
Newcomer Chris Matthews wide to the top of your screen. First down Montreal. Vernon Adams steps up, and the feet first slide at the 30-yard line, so pickup of about 4. Adams' first career start and win of the CFL was here in Regina, 2016, back at Old Mosaic.
I was going to say, this is the first visit, though, to the new stadium, and playing in hostile territory. It's tough on the opponent here. Tough to make the audibles for quarterbacks in the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Chad Jeter back in Saskatchewan, former Alouette, 93 in that Saskatchewan defense on second down. Adams held it, now throws over the middle. It's complete to Lewis.
Boy, that was a make it up as you go along type of play for Vernon Adams. It looked like he was just going to throw that away or try to get what he could on his own running the ball because the pocket collapsed. But they're gonna take a look at this, and decision time for Kahari Jones. I mean, it was close enough to.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 1. Offense staying out.
Pretty good on short yardage. They're 12 of 15. 3rd and short. Shotgun's interesting if he stays back there. No, he's moving up.
There's the plunge ahead. Pretty good surge. Behind Christian Matt, Trey Rutherford, Sean Jamieson.
Yeah, it's less nerve-wracking, I think, for the head coach when you're doing that 3rd down and a yard gamble when you're in plus territory.
32 F-1.
You're inside the 30. Takes a little bit of the edge off that decision for Kahari Jones.
8th play of the drive. Alouettes only had 29 plays in the first meeting. And up inside, that Shaq Murray Lawrence in the backfield. Jeremiah Johnson hurt last week in the win against BC. So the former BC Lion is in the backfield, spelling stand back at times.
Ranger. Feel right. Hey, 32, Black Jet, Dean, Connie, on Black, ready? Yep.
This drive started at the Montreal 30.
And here comes 15. Go! 180. Oh, we got it.
Three receivers to the far side. Adams looking the other way, and Posey can't bring it down. Ed Geedy in coverage.
Hey, bro, you can't push off either, though. You can't push off either, boy.
And I think there'll be plenty of audio from Ed Geedy today.
Yeah. They were talking about a little grab from Gainey and a little push from DeVere Posey. Posey must have said when he got up, hey, you can't grab me like that. And Gainey's response, well, you can't push off either.
So Boris Beatty did not have a field goal attempt in either of the last two games. Lines this one up from the 28, and it's good. Flag is down. And they're going to have to re-kick. It's a procedure call against the Alouettes.
Heavy right. 50 and 55.
Can we put him on now?
Can't change it once the game starts. It's 50 and 55 for the whole game.
Okay.
Have another bookkeeping issue.
Illegal formation. Montreal, number 62. We'll go back 5 yards and redo the field goal.
I think most teams and possibly the league office is right now making notes saying in the next rules committee meeting, let's discuss this, put down the players' numbers on cards and keep track of who's eligible and who's not. I say if you have an eligible number, you're eligible. That's oversimplifying.
Seems like a simple concept.
That's oversimplifying, but
Told us big guys that's going to report at the end.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, we got it. Fine. He'll hit this team.
Yeah, we're good.
32 young. Extra point.
So they'll redo it. 5 yards back. It'll be a 32-yard attempt for Beatty.
Basically, I want to see that one more time. Give me a second. Clint.
a very cool and
so
controlled professional discussion between head coach and official, and that's
then show AC.
a great way to handle it if you're a young coach.
A little bit, and then get to the numbers.
Realize.
So let him go outside. Just basically a one shuffle.
Realize where the issue is and figure it out with the official and then get it straight. And right now, Kahari Jones is making sure he gets the right people in the right places.
I wouldn't want CFL officials auditing my taxes because they find everything.
I think.
And that's the one about the left
From
guy.
32 out, Beatty splits it, and the Alouettes score the first points of the game. Just under 3 minutes to go. Here in the opening quarter, 3-0 Alouettes. They were looking for more, but Ed Geedy in coverage against DeVere Posey. And that play near the goal line came up incomplete. Friday Night Football continues next week. Doubleheader action starts with the Stampeders taking on the Argos, followed by the Tiger Cats and the Eskimos. Action gets underway 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on TSN. Good football game to lead into this one today. A 19-18 win for the Calgary Stampeders, so they move 2 points up on Saskatchewan. And the Alouettes will try and move 2 points closer to Hamilton in the race for first in the East. 2-0 on their last series. There's Thigpen taking that catch into the backfield. Ciante Evans with the tackle after a 6-yard pickup.
See this play, Chris. This is the Saskatchewan fans have wanted the ball in the hands of William Powell more often, and this play is designed to give Cody Fajardo the option to give it to him right there. And if he doesn't give it to him, then he can go to the second option, which is to throw it to Thigpen, or take it wide and run it himself, or throw it on the run. So there are options for Cody Fajardo. One of them is to get the ball to Powell.
2nd and 4, and that pass
Pick.
Is it intercepted? No, incomplete. Greg Reed, as the pass was behind Naaman Roosevelt, thought for a moment Reed had it, tries to sell it, but it's ruled incomplete.
No? Good. Defense.
Incomplete. Let's take a look at it quickly here.
He said he did. Get out. Get out.
I could hear Kahari Jones on the mic saying he said he didn't. It looked like that might have skipped.
Reed tried to sell it, then looked at the bench and said, no,
I hit the ground, huh? Let's go, Ranger.
So back-to-back 2 and outs. John Ryan booms another. Quan Bray back around his 13. 55-yard punt. Bray tackled around the 16-yard line. Chevrier with the special teams tackle. So long field for Vernon Adams and the Alouette offense when we come back. Well, one of the breakout stars of 2019, Vernon Adams, and one of the reasons for his improvement, he tells us, visualization. With more on the sidelines, here's Claire Hanna.
Well, and Chris, it was actually just 2 short years ago that he was used right here with the Riders for short yardage plays, but he's absolutely embraced the past few weeks with the Alouettes becoming their #1 guy, and he attributes a lot of that to visualization. He's been working with a number of sports psychologists, including his girlfriend, Dr. Liz Griffith, who's a mental health professional. Now, he's been working on in the mornings before games. She'll read out about 10 to 15 plays, and he'll visualize them, watch them run through in his mind and see the success. He says that's helped him. He's also used to get really down on himself after a bad play or really up after a good play. He's trying to become more level and calm down and just find a better rhythm in the games. Guys?
He's a guy that really wears the confidence on his sleeve now, and for good reason. Here's Posey taking that short dump pass and up across the 22 as a pickup of close to 5.
You know, that's interesting. I think the visualization aspect of what Vernon Adams is doing is something that you absolutely have to do at this level. If you get to the pro level, even the college level, any sport, visualization has got to be part of it. So if you're an athlete watching this, just find out, do some more reading about it, figure out how the process works and get to it, because you have to see it and believe it before you execute it.
2nd down. And a pass caught by Lewis. Bumped out by Cameron Judge, but that'll move the sticks. 1st down for Eugene Lewis and the Alouettes.
And that's another guy that was interesting. He was in that game against Saskatchewan, but didn't have a catch. And that's surprising with the way that Eugene Lewis has played, especially since that game.
Lewis and Bray leading the Alouettes in times targeted. And Lewis, the top receiver for Montreal, 18th in the league. Here's Standback. Left side, Solomon Elimimian was on the scene. And closing in on 800 career tackles for number 10.
One of the concerns for Rider fans this week and over the last 2 weeks have been tackling on defense. And when you look at the lineup, I had no problem that they would fix it. Solomon Elimimian knows how to fix it if they're a little off in their tackle.
He's only registered 794 in his career.
He'll figure it out, guarantee you that. And he'll make sure he passes that on to the rest of the squad.
2nd and 5. Adams bouncing around, pressure coming downfield, and it's caught. Chris Matthews with his first catch as an Alouette, and it's a big one.
2 things here. We're going to go to the break, but two things. Vernon Adams, patient back there, and the O-line not drawing a flag, blocking that long for their quarterback.
The 43-yard connection on the final play of the opening quarter. Alouettes have the lead and are threatening to score again when we come back for the second quarter.
This program may contain coarse language that could offend some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Biggest play of the opening quarter comes on the final play. Vernon Adams spots his newest target, Chris Matthews.
Well, look at the patience for Vernon Adams first off, but what is remarkable is usually in plays that take this long, your O-line is going to draw a holding call. And that O-line stayed sound in their technique, didn't get the holding call. Vernon Adams going to take a hit late here from Nick Marshall, but completes a big one to Chris Matthews. A nice add to their roster after the Bombers let him go.
You know, it might have been a different quarter had a strange penalty for a player going downfield to cover a punt too quickly. It gave Montreal a second chance. Otherwise, they would have had to start at the 1. And
exactly. Really changed it.
Really valuable real estate conceded on that penalty. And now the Alouettes with some momentum. Little screen here. And it's stand back with another first down inside the 15-yard line. 12-yard pickup.
Ranger.
Sometimes you guys, when the O-line comes out in front and lead blocks on a screenplay like this, you really don't need to get a big piece of anybody. They just need to make defenders run around them and take the wrong angle.
Ready? Hey, you got the him. You got the end.
I'd say
second red zone for the Owls.
I would say you missed Charleston Hughes already a little bit in this lineup.
Time count violation. Montreal, number 8. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
I think we get at least one every time here, don't we?
Yeah. Closer to 2 or 3, but yeah, there's one against Montreal. They try and just to hear it from Kahari Jones.
Now second in the league in red zone efficiency. Quick hitter on the slant. Lewis bounced off contact and falls down around the 10-yard line.
Feel right.
So it'll be second and 6.
And did he jump out?
Get a first down without scoring here.
Greg Dickinson's defense has allowed the fewest
23
red zone chances this year. Over the middle, incomplete. Posey, the intended target, and Elamimian was in the neighborhood.
The Riders had brought down Mike Edom from the safety spot. They lined him up on the edge, and that alerted Montreal. And when Montreal's alerted to the safety down low, Vernon Adams is thinking right here where the safety may line up normally. So that's what he wants with Posey coming back into the middle. I think it's just off on the throw. He just throws it in behind him.
Mac, you want left hash again?
It's an 18-yard attempt. Good hold, and the lead is now 6 for the Alouettes. Matthew Schultz got that one put down, and on the 30th anniversary of the '89 win, we all remember how important the hold is. timeouts. One of the most important plays in football.
There's the front knee down. Matthew Schultz is a holder. It's a tough one because it's a low snap. Front knee down, so that back knee is up, and the reason for that is it's also a guide for his elbow that will put the finger on the football. There's coaching points and technique to the holder, and that was a good one from Schultz.
We joked, but that was smooth, wasn't it?
Yeah, tough low snap inside.
Roughriders with only 45 yards of offense so far. Thigpen can't make the catch on the swing pass out of the backfield.
I wonder, when you're playing against this Montreal defense, your Saskatchewan Roughriders, and you saw the film from the BC game, how many people thought about the Bola combo hit? How many were looking at that hit and going, wow, this is a guy taking over for Taylor Loeffler back there at the safety spot against the BC Lions. In my opinion, the hit of the year so far.
14 tackles in his first 2 starts. Over the middle and incomplete. Thigpen can't make the catch. And a little frustration showing early for the Roughriders offense. That's 3 consecutive 2-and-outs.
Yeah, and makeable throws, and you can see Cody Vidrato almost talking to himself on both of those plays, saying, you know, those are high percentage throws. Maybe overthinking it. He's got to settle down a little bit.
It's going to the field.
Ryan kicking it. Greg Reed back around his 21. Does some dancing, but he's corralled. Short return, 54-yard punt. It's been advantage Vernon Adams and the Alouettes on offense so far. Let's go. 6-1 in his last 7 starts.
5, X tight, red scat, walk on red, ready? Yep.
Last 3 games, over 1,200 yards of offense, led by Vernon Adams, and when you break that down, that's over 400 a game. So Adams in combination with the run game with William Stanback.
4 receivers wide side. And a crosser. Lewis got some running room. Eugene Lewis up near midfield, and he'll step out right at the midfield stripe at the Alouette bench.
Kahari Jones loves these crossing routes because the reason they're tough to defend is because there's different layers. You've got Eugene Lewis on the shallow crosser, but there'll always be an intermediate crosser and then a post behind all of it. So there's really 3 levels of crossers. And as long as Vernon Adams gets the time to throw, he's going to draw the coverage up and throw it behind him. Or if they stay back, he throws it underneath.
30 yards and a first down. He's 5 for 61 already. Moncrief on the blitz. Rolling was Adams. Open is Gray. And he makes the catch. And he was touched down by L.J. McCray. But Vernon Adams showing his elusiveness. And Bray's going to go in the end zone just to make sure, but ruled down at the 22.
Plays made with the play fake.
Let's go, D.
Derek Moncrief is coming off the edge, and he has a chance to blow this play up in the backfield, but watch the play fake from Vernon Adams. He pulls it, and that sucks Moncrief down to the running back, William Stanback. Adams jumps out, hits Quan Bray down the field.
Not sure L.J. McCray ever did touch him. Bray went over to the sidelines. Not sure if he asked for a challenge or not. And Kahari Jones going to call timeout. And he may want to know if he can challenge that.
Hey, I didn't think he touched him. Ref, he touched him?
Not sure if you can hear it at home, but Vernon Adams just on the mic said to the ref, I really don't think he touched him.
Okay.
He ruled it dead.
He ruled it dead. It's not
Montreal.
Ranger.
So the official saying because the play was ruled dead, he won't get anything from the challenge.
Well, you just remind LJ, take him down.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll take another look at this.
Hey, Dolphins going to the field.
Double move, little stutter steps, I should say, from Bray, and then he makes a catch. Now, I don't think he's touched here. He's not. He got up, but they both stopped.
And Craig Dickinson just told Lucas Purifoy to remind McCray to finish the play. First down, quarterback draw, and that one snuffed by A.C. Leonard.
Keep him to a field goal, D. Hold him to a field goal. Let's go.
Got the number 2 and 3 rushing quarterbacks in the league here.
Hey,
Adams number 3,
23.
Fajardo 2 behind only Chris Strebler.
I'll leave Mike in again.
I have noticed the absence of Charleston Hughes in this defensive line.
Second and 9. Stand back releases. Adams going to take a shot. Jump ball incomplete.
Well done.
McCray and Purifoy there, and it was Purifoy to knock it away. So the Roughriders defense with another hold deep in Saskatchewan territory.
Yeah, a little bend and don't break style so far for the Saskatchewan Roughriders on defense. They're giving up some yards and they've given up some plays, but they're keeping Montreal out of the end zone and
stay in the box.
Staying in the game because of it. And that's the goal and the challenge now for Vernon Adams, to get to that tablet and try to figure out when they get down there how they're going to finish drives.
Beatty from the 29. Good again. 3 for 3. It's a 9-0 Alouette lead. Montreal looking for touchdowns, but the Roughriders secondary makes another play. First home start for Mitch Picton, the local product. What a thrill for him and his parents, who are standing by with Claire.
Well, I'm standing by here with Cheryl and Derek Picton, and your son has been on this practice roster for 2 years, and I know sometimes he said it was hard to get motivated because you don't have that reward of the game after that week of practice. What are some of the emotions you felt when you found out he was going to be starting tonight?
Well, we're just so excited for him. He is so excited, and he waits for this opportunity. He works so hard, and he's so dedicated. So we're so happy for him, and we're just so proud of him. It's incredible.
And I saw you down at the field level before the game. Derek, did you say anything to him?
No. He's surpassed anything that I know about football. So we leave it up to his coaches and himself to motivate and teach him any lessons he needs.
Now, Mitch actually played in the first football game ever here for the Rams against the Huskies. How different, though, is it watching him play for the Riders?
Yeah, that was really special, that game. Definitely, and his time with the Rams was so incredible. It's just such great memories, but this is just, it's that level up, and it's just so special, so incredible to see him out here. Playing for the Riders is a dream come true for any football player in Saskatchewan. But
well, I'll let you get back to the game. Thank you so much for your time, and ease the nerves, okay?
All right, Mom and Dad, nice.
Spectacular career with the Regina Rams. Here's Fajardo stretching it out for Shaq Evans. He's got it. Down at the Montreal 28. It's the biggest play for the Roughriders so far, making a 46-yard connection.
The good receivers on the 50-50 balls have a split second of calm before they go up to get it. And Shaq Evans has that split second of calm where he times his jump and reaches up over the top of the defender to pull the ball down.
First down since the opening possession. Fajardo had only 22 passing yards till that. Now Powell, right side. And a flag comes down. Levels getting into it with Shaq Evans.
Major foul, unnecessary roughness. Montreal, number 93, horse collar tackle. We'll go half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down, Saskatchewan.
With a horse collar against Antonio Simmons.
Yeah. Here we go, right hash. We're going spread left, Ray. 28, Oscar, wide limbo on one-on-one. Ready? 28.
First down, Riders just outside the 12. Fajardo dropped. Play made by Lacombo. A little confusion in the backfield there, or was that the way it was drawn up?
Well, I think it was drawn up as a fake, and when Powell didn't hit the line, he went out as if it was a pitch option instead of a fake option.
2nd and 8.
Hey, Guelph! Fire!
Changes the play call. Go over the middle. Caught by Powell. Changes direction. Touchdown.
I think Powell was counted because he came from a different spot.
10th touchdown of the year for William Powell, his first receiving touchdown of 2019.
Defensively, usually when a running back gets into the routes, Powell's right behind the goalpost. When a running back gets into the routes, it's because he's gone outside and then started to go into his route. This is through the middle of the line of scrimmage. Then he breaks to his left. Mwamba picks him up late, and a nice spin move gets him that final 2 yards.
Player speed, everything inside.
Come on. In here. Yes, sir.
There's the big play chain. Back in action.
Lowther adds the convert.
Kickoff team, there we go.
Got to be fun, doesn't it?
9-7 as the Roughriders cut into the Alouette lead.
It's not just the field, and it's not just the fans. Mosaic Stadium is about family. Game day tickets on sale.
Capped by the William Powell touchdown.
No matter what level you play at, got to have fun playing the game.
Shaq Murray-Lortz on the return and fights his way across the 20. Not much more.
Good job, kickoff team.
Well, let's see how Vernon Adams and the Alouette offense responds to that.
Nice job, hit squad.
Oh, Vernon Adams has done a nice job with that 10 of 14, 1-76. A lot of those plays and the yards passing outside of the pocket. He's done his damage when he's extended plays with his legs.
3 chunk plays against this Saskatchewan defense that only allowed 12 pass plays of 30 yards or more all year. Stand back to start it, and he plows ahead across the 30. And close to 9 for William Standback, 3rd in the league in rushing, coming in. And he missed a couple games.
Trio.
Yeah, if he was to play the 11 games that the other running backs have played, he'd be 2nd in the league behind Andrew Harris. And remember, Harris missed a couple due to suspension.
Second and short. And Standback, net in the backfield. Micah Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the guy they signed.
So quick in the middle, and a guy that size at 6'2", 280. How do you handle him when he is that quick at that size and strength? And he goes right through the A-gap before they can set up. Watch how William Stanback, you get his view, and all of a sudden he takes the football, and number 2 is right there in the backfield.
The disruptor. He almost took the handoff. Well, from 2nd and inches to the second 2 and out. Beatty, a wobbly punt. Gets a bounce. That'll be a 5-yard, no yards. 38-yard punt. Thigpen back across midfield. Great field position for the Roughriders, and momentum has shifted.
Let's go back to the Micah Johnson play and watch how quickly he gets in the backfield. Before Christian Matt, he's got to snap the ball, and then the down block's got to come from Sean Jamieson, and he can't even get there in one step. 64 can't take that one step down fast enough to stop number 2.
Alouettes feel he was offside. We had some very close calls last night.
This isn't even, he's jumping, he's off.
And Kahari trying to make that point on the Alouette sideline.
Close.
And based on a couple we saw last night, he's got a case.
Yeah, no question. I've seen a couple actually from the Sask D line that they've been really close.
Best field position start. And Roosevelt, what a catch. Does get a foot down.
They're still talking.
It is a catch at the 22.
They're saying he got his foot in.
Monster big, monster big.
First catch of the night for Naaman Roosevelt's a beauty.
Here we go, here we go.
He had to double clutch it.
On 47 duo, X-Ledge, Y Z hammer on 101. Ready?
Toe before heel.
Yep.
To stay in bounds. That jump cut by Powell, but Enoch Mwamba says enough of that.
Just for the record, for those who were wondering why William Powell's not getting more runs, that was his 4th true running play of the game. But there have been 7 opportunities in RPOs or run pass options that Cody Fajardo has decided to pull the ball. All of those plays, William Powell is an option. So he could technically have 12 carries so far in this game. He only has 4 true running plays.
2nd and 13. Braden Linnaeus is in. Fajardo over the middle. Incomplete. Wanted Roosevelt. Deontay Evans there. Defensively. Drive stalls, and out comes Lowther looking to put Saskatchewan in the lead.
Woo, that was it. Seal.
Man, Fajardo lamenting one that he just missed.
Well, that's pretty good coverage, though, by Deontay Evans. And I know Fajardo wanted a little bit more on that throw, but Evans was close. 2 interceptions on the season so far for Deontay.
From 33 out for the lead. And Lowther's missed it. Is it coming out? Greg Reed is going to bring it out. There is a flag. As he gets taken down at the 11-yard line, Thaddeus Coleman and John Bowman.
Oh boy, here we go.
Reed gets in the middle of that, and more flags fly.
I was going to say that this game from the get-go has felt like it's had playoff intensity.
Just be smooth. It's going to happen. It's okay. It happens.
We'll just see where we get the ball first. Let me see where we get the ball.
So if you can set the new boundary on
it. That John Bowman who went down. He exchanged shoves with Coleman.
Let's go.
While Kim Murphy's crew sorts out more than a couple flags. You see, Bowman got caught up in the wash, and Coleman pushed him at the same time. He took exception to it.
On the previous play, while the ball was in goal, we had a legal block, Montreal number 10. After the play, we have a major foul, unnecessary roughness, Saskatchewan, number 68. We're going to go up 5 yards from the 10-yard line. First down, Montreal.
So Bowman slowly to the sidelines. Coleman gets the unnecessary roughness penalty after the illegal block by Mwamba.
Hey, let's go. 31 bunch. Black Jillo Noah on black. Ready?
The Roughriders come away empty-handed. Still a 2-point Alouette lead. Keep our eyes on Micah Johnson in the middle. Stand back. Trying to find room outside. Cameron Judge is there.
Yeah, somebody said they blew
Rangers.
Is that what it was? Maybe they blew it in.
22 yards rushing for Stanback on 6 carries.
32.
Second and 7. That looked offside. And Vernon Adams wants the free play, but they stopped it.
To make him miss, man.
Offside, Saskatchewan, number 99. It's a 5-yard penalty, remaining second down.
Everybody saw that offside.
AC Leonard saw you got the early jump.
That's always 100%.
Vernon Adams said, don't blow it dead. Let's continue with the play. I was going to make him miss.
Looked like Leonard held up because he knew he was offside. Didn't take the free shot.
Hey, stay close, Alouette. Let's see.
Take in to go out.
So it's second and 2. Stand back. And should be close to the first down.
One thing I'm sure Cara Jones will talk to Vernon Adams about, they're still going at it a little bit, but what they'll talk about at halftime, and you start to lose your snap count advantage offensively because of the crowd noise.
You ready for Nike?
But staggered cadence to try and
Tell them to report again, Nike.
Draw Saskatchewan offside.
Looks like they're going to be short of the first down. They've hit the 3-minute warning here. Back after this. 2:54 left first half. They'll honor the 89 Grey Cup champions at halftime here. And we'll honor our guys. Ramp at the half with Rod Davis, Matty, and Hank. They'll talk about Cody Fajardo's slow start but bounce back.
Jeff Fairholm.
Vernon Adams. And the 7-11 rankings. How come you look so much younger than all those old guys?
That's not true.
Third down and a plunge there for the first down. And every play now, they're going at it.
Yeah,
Moncrief.
That's the other thing that's got to be controlled by its coaching staff's got to get control of this, because it's that extra push that gets the extra 15-yarder.
Officials keep their powder dry this time, but there might be a flag allowing them to vent a little bit. But a high emotion game between East and West rivals. Adams over the middle, and that one knocked down by Elamimian. He's had a good first half. 5 tackles and now a pass breakup for number 10.
Well, the defense has been way better tackling. That's the improvement there for sure based on this week compared to the last couple. But you're right, Alouettes, a couple plays in the passing game as well. The big chunks have been when Vernon Adams buys time.
Second and 10. Four-man rush over the middle, and I don't think Bray saw it.
Yeah, again, I think Solomon Alouettes was just deep enough that he basically blocked the shot so that Juan Bray couldn't get there. He couldn't see the football. Alouettes dropping just to the right of your screen. He gets underneath that, and when Bray turns around, the ball zips right behind him.
Stop the clock. Lots of time left here for the Roughriders. Big pin back. Beatty to punt. Big pin at the 41. 43-yard punt. And Martin Bedard with the special team tackle at the 49.
Good work, Outlaws.
Sale, 51, WL State Lynx, S Trail, Hitch, Zioki, Harry Bang on 101. Ready?
Fajardo 103 yards passing in this opening half, 46 on one connection to Shaq Evans. Chance to take the lead before the half. Wow. That's a terrific catch in traffic for Neiman Roosevelt.
That's a remember the Bola combo hit, and Roosevelt blocking it out, saying I don't care. He's to the left of your screen, and he's going right into that middle where Mwamba and Lukambo hang out, and didn't care. Went up and got it.
Takes some courage, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Two big hitters down Main Street for Montreal.
15-yard gain into Alouette territory. Fajardo over the middle again. Pitch made by Arsenault. Tripped up by Mwamba. Tevin Floyd there as well. Arsenault's first catch of the game.
We're going quads right, 45 Hootie. 45 Hootie on 101. Ready? Hammer back there hot.
5 for 56 last week, his most productive game as a Roughrider so far.
If he sees a hammer, he's going hot route there.
Second and 3. It's Powell. First down and more. William Powell. Greg Reed with a shot at the end of a terrific run by number 29. 18 yards for Powell.
This is the 8th RPO run play option for Fajardo with Powell right there beside him. And this time he gives. He gives because the end comes up the field to Fajardo. So we've seen that, and when fans are wondering, give Powell the ball more. That decision is not in the play calling. It's in the decision by Fajardo to either give it to him or pull it.
Edge on the hurry. Ready?
Sweet run, 6 for 44.
Took a little heat from play calling, about his play calling.
There's the quarterback option, flips it to Powell, and Greg Reed steps up again. And 26 is impressive as that defensive half spot, isn't he?
He's having an all-star season, just making plays. Stephen McAdoo took some heat on the play calling, and people saying, get the ball to Powell more. There's, again, an option. Fajardo had the option to pitch or keep it. He did give it to Powell, but slow played by John Bowman, so not a real quick decision by Fajardo. He finally pitched it, and Greg Reed rallied.
2nd and 7. Pressure coming. Running away from Bowman and throwing for the first down. Catch made by Kyron Moore. It'll be 1st and goal, Saskatchewan.
Fajardo loves that blind turn, and Kyron Moore knows it, so he just wants to find the spot.
Our flag
playing basketball and getting open
Zion X skin
in the key.
44 R&W arc Y auto edge on 1-on-1. Ready? Our flag's on your own.
Big set in there, fullback.
First and goal at the 6. It is Powell, or it's a fake to Powell, and a terrific play by Patrick Levels. Dropping Fajardo for a loss. Levels shaken up after bringing the quarterback down at the 10.
Yeah, he might have just got a heel.
He might have got kicked there inadvertently.
When you're catching a ball carrier from behind, occasionally that ball carrier's heel can hit you in a spot where, well, let's just say you just kind of walk off the field without bringing attention to it.
After they leave the field, if they ask the referee and then use all the calls.
Steve Walsh warning him. The clock will start to run when Levels gets to the sideline.
We're about to go Beretta empty right, okay, boys?
70.
He didn't tell me.
Valuable guy coming out of that defense for at least 3 plays. Number 4 in the league in defensive plays, Patrick Levels.
Yeah, you just need a time to regroup when you get hit there. And Patrick Levels has, and he'll be fine. Boy, there is a ton of trash talking. I think our guys back in control have their finger on the mute button, and it's hard to take it off because there's some things that I'm hearing that I know aren't going to air.
Okay. Hey, Q!
Third trip to the red zone, a touchdown and a missed field goal so far.
Fire!
Second and goal from the 10.
20.
Little restart there.
Hey, limbo.
Went from a 6 receiver set now. 5-1. Quarterback draw. Fajardo tripped up. Ball came out. Flag comes down. Mwamba with the tackle. Ruled down. Let's see what the flag's all about.
Well, like there was a holding on John Bowman.
Yeah.
Darius Bladdock, I think, was...
Which would be declined.
Holding Saskatchewan, number 66.
Yeah.
The penalty's declined. Third down.
So it is third down. The field goal unit will come on. It was Bladdock.
Good to see John Bowman back in the game. Remember, he left after that push and shoving match early on with Thaddeus Coleman.
Second chance for Lowther to kick the Roughriders into the lead.
You know, Montreal on the road, though, that's an important stop at the end of the half for sure.
Good job. Yeah, you just rolled up on my right one pretty good.
Unless Saskatchewan has something on here.
Al's the better team in the first quarter. Saskatchewan seizing the momentum in the second quarter. And Lowther puts it through. Roughriders have the lead at halftime. Well, it was a battle at McMahon earlier today. Defensive struggle. And this one, very similar so far. 10-9 Saskatchewan. Let's go to Ram at the half. Here's Rod Smith.
This program may contain coarse language that could offend some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Mosaic. It's been loud. It's always loud. 10-9. Roughriders with the lead before we start the second half. Claire Hanna with Chris Matthews.
Chris, I know you've only been with the Alouettes for a couple days now. Your first completion, a nice 42-yard catch. How's this week been?
It's been really good, man. They put a lot of trust in me, just to be able to get on the field, be able to change up some things. And so, I'm just trying to give it all I got and make it the best.
You're just trailing by 1 here at the half. What does the offense and the team need to do as a whole to turn it around?
Focus. That's all it is focus. They're not showing anything different that we haven't seen. They're not doing nothing spectacular. It's literally something basic, and we need to just capitalize on it and stay focused on what we're doing.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
And maybe finish because they played, 5 quarters against Saskatchewan without an offensive touchdown. It was a hard-fought first half. Should be a good second half here at Mosaic. Alouettes get their hands on the football first. 209 net yards for Montreal, 184 for Saskatchewan in the opening 30 minutes. Quan Braid on the return, bumps it outside. Judge in pursuit, and he'll angle him out at the 33.
Come on, brother. I got you out there for a reason. Short stride and finish, so at least it goes down.
Numbers in the first half for Vernon Adams.
Yep, 10 of 16, 176. A lot of those outside of the pocket, and Vernon Adams.
They brought it back to
go back to a little William Stan back mixed into his play calling.
Out to the fact.
They brought it back. Yep. Hey, no, they didn't.
Just 24 rushing yards for Stanback on 7 carries. A lot of time, and a completion to Posey. Ed Gainey there defensively. Posey with a first down catch up at the 48.
Spencer Wilson is an extra offensive lineman that just comes in and plays that tight end spot, and he's going to keep Moncrief away from Vernon Adams, getting just enough of them to push him past Adams. That gives him another split second to get it out there to Devere Posey.
Also, Christophe Normand in the backfield to help afford Adams a little extra time. Stand back. Straight ahead and
hey, you slack that way, right?
Up to the 54.
That way, right? Come across.
Tough yards inside, 6.
Sometimes receivers have to block as well. Devere Posey catches it on first down and comes back on that last one and has to come in and kick out block for a Stanback.
Let's go, D. Keep him off.
Second and 4. They'll swing it out to Stanback to the edge. Cuts back on Judge and has a first down at the 50 of Saskatchewan.
That's a tough one for Cameron Judge because Cameron Judge is out there in space now, and it doesn't matter if it's Judge or Elamimian, Moncrief, doesn't matter any one of the linebackers, but you get out in space, you've got to be patient and slow play this. If you go and try to make the tackle immediately and Stanback makes you miss, now he gets a bigger chunk. You got to be patient with that. Wait till the troops come from inside out. Your teammates come to help you tackle and make sure you turn them back inside. That was well played by Judge, even though Stanback got the first down.
First and 10. Going to take a shot down the rail for Lewis. And incomplete. Looked like Marshall had a shot at the interception and then almost ripped back by Lewis. That was a good battle.
See how Vernon Adams tried to keep his face mask looking like it was down the middle, but was looking peripherally to the outside to that deep ball. Look at that. Vertical from both players. Nick Marshall just keeps with it, keeps fighting, and gets it out of there.
Adams trying to set up the screen, and it got tipped.
Disruptor.
Nearly picked off.
Let's go,
Down Main Street again. It looks like Micah Johnson's catching his groove around midseason here. Remember, he missed some games, couple of games due to injury, but it's becoming tough to block him again. Like we saw when he was at Calgary Stampeder, he goes right down the middle and he gets his fingertips on that one, knocks the screen pass down.
As Craig Dickinson mentioned earlier this week, getting closer to our level of expectation. He's been a force here tonight. Beatty puts that one into the end zone. And Thigpen will concede. The game is tied. We'll step aside after that rouge by Boris Beatty. While we'll wait for a flag here. Claire Hanna standing by. She'll interview some of your old teammates.
Yeah.
I should have said former teammates. I didn't mean old.
Well, we're old. It's okay.
Well, you're still pop. Arguably the greatest Grey Cup game ever, and in these parts there is no argument. 43-40 on the Ridgeway 35-yarder. And the 30th anniversary at halftime, they saluted some of the members of that great team. And there's a guy that could have been down on the field. There are guys down there with the cup, and here's Claire Hanna.
Yeah, we've got two of the Hall of Famers from that 89 team, and I'm going to start with you, Roger. You've played 271 games for the Riders. I know it was a block over at the old Taylor Field, but what memories are coming back to you just watching the team here?
Well, I tell you, watch a game from here, the new Mosaic Stadium, it's just exciting. The fans are great, the team's great, and it's just a whole lot of fun.
And Ray, you had some incredible years, 8 years, 1,000 receiving yards, 8 times. I mean, when you think about all your plays, is there one that stands out?
That's good.
What are some of the best memories you guys have?
Well, winning the Grey Cup obviously was a great memory, and took a lot of hard work and a lot of up and down years, and so that was pretty rewarding and something we'll always remember, and that's why we're here this weekend.
Now, you guys know that Glenn Suter's up there in the booth. He's one of your teammates. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask him a question.
Yeah, I will. I know Glenn does a great job with the color commentary of every game. I love listening to him. But I'd just like to say, Glenn, pick offensive linemen for outstanding players of the game a little bit more. Thank you, Glenn.
Hey, we did last night.
You got it, Big Raj. Done deal. We picked them last night. The D-line for the BC Lions, or the O-line for the BC Lions, I should say.
Catch by Roosevelt to get them out of a hole. It remains 10-9. The Montreal Alouettes took the penalty, a holding call.
Don't you love Ray Elgard? I mean, Ray Elgard, well, he gets his stats read out to him a little bit there, and he goes, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Here we go.
That was fun to see those guys down there.
Center! 120! 128!
Powell.
We really don't have to say how many years ago that game was. We'll just move on from that. But
hard to believe.
Move on to the game.
It's 3 decades ago. And even in,
yeah, very
stamp.
Cool. Well, you know, when you're part of that and part of that team, representing the team there, but the guy on that picture as well, on that stamp, and you're on the same picture with George Reed. I mean, my goodness, you can't find words to describe the feeling there.
Here's Fajardo, and that walk down. There's Greg Reed on the scene again. Roosevelt, the intended target, wanting a flag. Enoch Mwamba with pressure on Cody Fajardo, and
there's the legend.
There is. Got to be a bigger word than legend for that man.
It is. It's football royalty, and just the classiest guy you'll meet. Does so much work still in the community here in Saskatchewan. And to be on that stamp with him was just, it's an honor that I just can't find words to describe the feeling. But great to represent that team, because it was an up and down season, but what a finish. And never be, you don't have to see him for 10 years, partner, and then you feel like you haven't missed each other at all.
Another big boot by Ryan. Bray on the return. And a better return by Quan Bray after the 51-yard punt to the Montreal 44. It remains a 1-point Saskatchewan lead.
I don't know about
on the day where they honored the Grey Cup champions from 1989. I think the bar was just raised on the lip sync.
Yeah,
crew is pretty strong here.
I thought Cody Fajardo had a little groove going there.
Not sure you want to be part of the Rick Astley group, but Gene Lewis has a catch, and he is into Saskatchewan territory at the 50-yard line.
We now return to regular program.
Fun night here, but there's some serious business going on down there.
There it is, yeah. A one-point game, and the intensity down there has been outstanding because this feels like it's got a little bit of a playoff feel to it. We're at the turn. Both teams understand that you're now trying to position yourself for a home playoff game. Both these teams are looking at that, and that's why this game's so big.
Hammer Judge out into the safety spot. A bobble by Adams, but makes the most of it. And he's going to be about a yard short of another first down.
Real quick and smart decision by Vernon Adams. He's taking blame for it on the snap. He just bounces up and bounces around a little bit, but he makes a quick decision. Just get what you can. The timing of the play is off already. He went and picked up good yardage. A broken play.
Called 2nd and 2.
Oh, how about that? I don't know if you heard that, but back there when they standing beside William Stanback, they haven't decided which direction they're going to go on the quarterback sneak until they walk up to the ball.
They like
Mike Edom coming out of the game. I think there was a helmet issue, so he had to take a knee.
Hey, we're going to go right. Me and you, we're going right. Let's go.
So Jacob Dearborn will come in at the safety spot.
Hey, Nike on Alpha. Nike on Alpha. Nike right. Yeah. Alpha.
Not the right side. There is a flag, but great surge by the Alouettes.
KOR will go with swerve to the outer turn, figure to the
Field left. You heard from Vernon Adams is the strength to the left.
Lucius Purifoy also on the sidelines right now.
Get the huddle.
He may be working on his
Offside.
shoe.
Saskatchewan, number 98. 5-yard penalty. First down, Montreal.
Sharpel DeBure was offside. So they move it ahead 5. So some adjustments in that secondary. Eli Buka and Jacob Dearborn in right now.
32.
With Purifoy on the sidelines and Edom waiting for the helmet repair. There's Dearborn, the rookie out of Carleton. First and 10. Going to take a shot. Bray up and has the catch inside the 5-yard line.
I got to believe that Kahari Jones said to Vernon Adams, hey, they've had to make 2 substitutions in the secondary. Let's take a shot right where they're going to make those substitutions. So Buka's out there for Purifoy, and that's exactly where they go on the corner route and get him to turn. Now the corner route takes him away from the safety, Jacob Dearborn, who also, as you mentioned, is substituted in for Edom.
Now Cameron Judge takes a knee. That pass qualified as a deep shot, but Kahari Jones was once quoted as saying, as a quarterback, throw deep, show them you're crazy.
Yeah, early in the game,
philosophy.
Throw deep so that you think you're not going to do this right out of the gate. That's crazy. Yep, we're gonna. And what it does is it plants a seed in the defensive back's mind. It says, okay, they're going to try and get behind me, and you just subconsciously may take that extra step back. And when you give them that much more room, guys like Eugene Lewis and DeVere Posey.
Saw Jason Shivers. He's got his work cut out for him. Making substitutions now with Judge out for the next 3 plays, and Edom and Purifoy unavailable.
Let's go, Trey. Get the party started. Get the party started on the front side.
Purifoy's got, now he's back in. Purifoy got back out there. Buka's back on the sideline, but I think Dearborn is still out there, is he not?
Yep.
So Adam hasn't got the helmet repair.
30, J tight wing, P black F Jackie X brick on black ready.
It's not the worst thing, but as long as you feel like we got it handled, bring it up.
First and goal from the 4. Alouettes looking for their first offensive touchdown against Saskatchewan this year. Stanback's got it. Touchdown, Montreal. Third visit to the red zone produces the first major for the Alouettes. Stanback with a silencer.
Nice block off the right side. Roger wanted me to talk about some O-linemen, so let's talk about a couple good down blocks. Open up a nice hole for William Stanback. Sean Jamieson got the down block. That opened the hole for his tailback.
Five plays, 65 yards. Gonna go for 2. 2 for 4 and 2-point attempts. Like Adams had a late bit of instruction for Chris Matthews. Play fake and caught. DeVunker Posey got it, and it's a 7-point Alouette lead.
Now, sometimes I'm not sure which is what you're hearing at home as far as these live mics, but in that sequence before the 2-point convert, Kahari Jones had said this is one of Vernon Adams' favorite plays. Vernon Adams called this play not the touchdown to Stanback, but the 2-pointer to DeVere Posey. That was his baby.
Alouettes back in front. (17-10) Montreal. Same score in August when these two teams met, except it was Saskatchewan with the lead. And about 3 minutes from now, the game was called because of lightning. We'll find out how much can change in over a quarter, just over a quarter. Beatty with a huge kick, and Thigpen's going to have to concede a single point. So it's an 8-point lead. Well, here comes Bolacombo, who made some noise last week with a Richter scale hit. One of the hits of the year.
BC Lions running back way more up the middle. Legal, physical explosion in the hole. The hit of the year from Bolacombo. You mentioned his tackles. Moves from linebackers, played down in the box a little bit, but man, he's a hitter back there.
Uh-oh. Problem here, and Fajardo's got to eat the football back at the 24-yard line.
Like the timing, did that hit Manny Arsenault on his cross motion? Arsenault is going to come across the formation.
Yeah.
That hit him. Always talk about the importance of timing and the execution of an offensive play, and that's when the timing is off. That's what can happen.
Z-Dog, our burst on 1-on-1. Ready? 3 by 3.
Loss of 11.
Sit down. 120. 120.
3-man rush. Dropping 9 in the flat. Powell and John Bowman there. He was the D lineman who dropped, makes the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down.
How about that for John Bowman at 37 years old, still leading his team in sacks, 218 starts in his career, 224 games, and they're going to ask him to drop into coverage. He chases down one of the top tailbacks in the league and makes the tackle.
And he's mad he didn't make it a couple yards quicker. 4-2 and out for the Roughriders on the night.
Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Oh my God. Come, C-O-M, 4 F-R, B-A-L, comfortable.
Oh, let it go.
This one not as deep. And Quad Bray will run across the 40.
Let's go deep. Hold him
Decent field position for the Alouettes. There's the 14-year vet. Still getting it done. And his next sack will move him into 6th all-time ahead of former Saskatchewan great Vince Goldsmith. Well, again, it was about this time, the first meeting, that the sky opened up and all that lightning forced postponement of the game on August 9th. There was a delay, and then with the new rules enforced, weather-wise, Saskatchewan declared winners, and the Alouettes didn't like seeing that celebration and talked about it in the lead-up to this game.
A little extra incentive.
Said they were bringing a chip on their shoulder to this game, and they played like it. Average field position start the 40 in the second half, and that pass knocked down. Purifoy back out there defensively, knocking it away from Chris Matthews.
And you see the layers. Remember I told you early in the first half that Montreal and Corey Jones loves the layers. There's one layer here, then there'll be another layer there, and then another layer over the top. Saskatchewan's got to be composed and make sure they're disciplined in those layers. Because if you play the layers correctly, you can make those plays on the over-the-middle throws. There's traffic in there. Kids can't get confused and drawn up to the short ones.
Now look like Tony Washington out of his stance ahead of the snap.
They caught it on you. Hey! Hey, Creed!
Sideline, fellas.
Procedure, Montreal, number 67. That's a 5-yard penalty, and then second down.
Oh, another one that you can credit the fans for. Just another Saturday night at Mosaic.
Outstanding.
Second down. That pass incomplete. Not sure who that was intended for. Roughriders closest to it.
I got to believe that the day after every game here in Saskatchewan, in the workplace, in schools, nobody talks. They have no voice left. No one talks. It gets loud in here.
For some reason.
Except on those radio talk shows after the game.
Oh, yeah, there's a few call-ins. And that changes drastically depending on the final score. But
Big Ben takes the punt at the 30. Might have something. Good return. Up across the 45-yard line. So better field position for Saskatchewan. We showed you that big hit by Bola Combo. And how about on the same night for the University of Saskatchewan? Well, here's the hit again.
One more time for the hit. So that same night that this happens, Bo's younger brother Nelson Lacombo for the U of S. A 95-yard pick six. How about that?
And Nelson cheering on his brother here. Nice grab there by Thigpen. And across midfield as a first down. And just to make sure that we were paying attention, Nelson last night against the Regina Rams with another pick six. And
tell you what,
Big Brother was in attendance for that.
Yeah. Brothers supporting each other, and the U of S, a program I support every single year, has found themselves a pretty good defensive back there, Nelson Lacombo.
I think I'm going to be calling Nelson's name, and you're going to be analyzing his play in a couple years.
I hear you.
Let's go, D.
He's the only guy not making noise in the stadium right now.
Right after we're going quads left, 44 Hootie on 1-on-1. Ready? Boston.
The 2nd and 5 after that Fajardo run.
319. 319.
Big to Powell. got Roosevelt, got a first down. So clutch on those second down conversion catches. And he has 20 on the season.
Monster big. Good job, man.
Cody Fajardo just called monster big, which is a double tight end set,
West
fullback,
right. Left
and Jake
West
Bennett
right.
coming in to extend the offensive line.
Man.
They're going big. Alberto Wachi as well. Strength left. That's the side Powell runs. And a good run off the left side. And he'll drive the pile even further for another Saskatchewan first down.
Taron Vaughn took his running back with him and carried him for an extra 2 or 3.
So the green and white gathering momentum here.
Bolacumbo in the tackle.
Here in the final minute, third quarter. Roughriders poised to cut into this lead. Big rush, and that one knocked down as off the edge, Greg Reed with the halfback blitz.
How am I supposed to blitz on that? I gotta throw that. I'm good. I gotta throw that.
Cody Fajardo just told his offensive line that that one's on him. Sometimes you can't block them all. That was a secondary blitz. He's got to throw it before he gets there.
60, hey, Guelph. Hey.
Last play of the third.
Hey, here it comes. Fire. Hurry, Sinai.
Shot down inside the 5 and makes the connection. Kyron Moore's got the catch. And the Roughriders are going to be first and goal when the fourth quarter begins.
Let's go.
Should be a terrific finish here on another crazy night at Mosaic. 18-10 Alouettes.
This program may contain coarse language that could offend some viewers. Discretion is advised.
We're back.
Well,
Glenn wasn't able to get down to the field for halftime, but so they brought the field up here. So just a chance for them to salute you and the '89 Grey Cup team. Jeff Fairholm, Ray Elgard, Bob Foley, Roger Aldag. Congrats, boys.
Yeah.
Never gets old, does it?
It doesn't get old. Great to see all you guys. How was it down on field level and feeling from the crowd? What was going on?
It's kind of electric. I mean, it's a close game, and I started perspiring just standing there. It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun to be here and just to be remembered. You know, you don't get this much when you're at home sitting there, trying to work out the aches and pains. But it's great.
Who is he again?
Yeah, that's Jeff Fairholm.
Trying to get the edge. Touchdown.
I think you guys are good luck. I think we got some biased fans up here in the booth all of a sudden. We're supposed to be neutral in this area, but it's okay. You guys can cheer for the home team.
Well, we ain't going to cheer for Montreal.
I see your colors have changed. You're cheering for the pink team.
Hey, people are always wondering about my tie, and we're going to lose complete control of this booth if we don't. Great to see you guys up here.
Thanks, Glenn. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Oh, we've seen that play from Cody Fajardo before. Won a game earlier this season at Mosaic with that dash to the cone. Great to have you guys up here. Again, thanks to they go for 2 and Fajardo in. And just like that, the game is tied. A little of the '89 magic,
I guess. Oh, baby, that was okay. Where were we?
They were determined to make you part of the celebration.
That's really cool.
And on the night they honor '89, Cody Fajardo gets the Roughriders terms.
Good play fake again, establishing William Powell, getting that going, getting the run game. He made some plays. You've got to take care of that run first, and when it's a play fake, Fajardo got the edge. Finish the drive and tie it up.
7 plays, 62 yards in 2:55. Fajardo's 9th touchdown of the season.
And I just made sure that Roger knew we're talking about offensive linemen too tonight. So he's okay.
Shaq Murray-Lawrence up to the 25.
One day I have to tell you the story about when Roger and Bob were on the plane with me, and I took all the 5s out of the deck of cards when they were playing crib. And they went from here to Toronto without the 5s in the deck of cards.
Let's go!
And I thought, they've got to notice at some point, don't they? They chased me through Toronto Airport all the way to here. All right, let's get back to work here, partner.
A couple guys short on defense. Late onto the field was Moncrief and Buka. And they'll swing it out here. Posey off the edge and up to the 40 before McCray corrals him. Alouette first down. Big series here. See how Vernon Adams responds with the momentum turning.
First goal number 1 for Vernon Adams. Field position. Get the field position back. That field position advantage.
Red, yellow, no. Red, ready?
Then field goal range. That's the next thought. And then after that, you want to finish the drive if you get down inside the 45, inside the 40.
Make the step back and wide open. Quanbray dropped the ball. May have taken a look to see how open he was to the end zone.
Wow, the play fake pulled everybody in the Sask defense. And Quanbray gets in behind. I don't think you could throw it any better. As far as Vernon Adams is concerned, again, that little stutter step, and it gets Bray wide open, drops it right in the bucket. And does he lose it for a second? It looked like he found the football. It just bounced off his hands. You can't throw it any better.
Use Merle if you need to, Will.
Cameron Judge shaking up on the play, getting attention again. He's been fighting something in this second half.
From the first 2 plays of the game, though, Quanbray has been fighting it. I mean, he's been fighting the football.
And while Judge is down, we will step aside. The game tied. 1:29 into the 4th quarter. Sunday Night Football continues tomorrow. Deshaun Jackson and the Eagles visit Julio Jones and the Falcons in Atlanta. Catch the action at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN and CTV2, Canada's home for the NFL. Micah Tights in for Cameron Judge. 2nd and 10. After that miss by Bray. Trouble, Micah Johnson, and now they wrap him up and bring him down. It was Chad Jeter, recently let go by Montreal, and back in Saskatchewan colors with the sack.
Micah Johnson goes B-gap this time, and he's going to again cause the problems initially for Vernon Adams, and he's having himself his best game, I believe, as a Saskatchewan Roughrider. Micah Johnson getting in the backfield and causing problems. This time it's B-gap. Ducks his shoulder, spins back into it, and now Adams is in trouble.
Elamibian joined the party. Boris Beatty to punt it away. Oh, wide snap, trouble, and Beatty will drop him. Can't get it off. First turnover of the game, and Beatty posing for pictures. Martin Bedard, the veteran long snapper, and he that the cylinder you call it?
Take a look at the snap, just a little outside.
Yes, sir.
2 plays ago, if Quan Bray makes the catch, completely different game.
Yeah.
Now the Roughriders can take charge. William Powell, burst left side, and forced out around the 6. It's another Roughrider first down. 13 for Powell. He's got 80 on the night.
Trying to work it out on the sideline, make sure it doesn't happen again, but see if the Saskatchewan Roughriders can finish this drive. Take the lead with a major on the sudden change.
Here we go. We're going X to Jack's right, Y skin, pistol, 44 bend bone, Y wrap on 1-on-1. Ready? Yeah.
Pistol is William Powell behind Fajardo on the shotgun look.
And it is Powell. Touchdown. Second of the game, 11th of the year, 10th on the ground, and the Roughriders back on top.
Shotgun, the tailback is in front of you. Pistol, the tailback is behind you. It leaves him back there and opens up more run options. And William Powell, nice cutback. Looked like that play was designed to go outside to the right of the formation. He cuts back down the middle, and he gets there.
Seven yards rushing the last time they met. Much different story tonight.
And the 10th rushing touchdown for Powell on the season. 11 counting the reception for a touchdown.
After the play, objectionable conduct, Saskatchewan, number 98. That 10 yards will be applied on the kickoff.
It's at least the third time sharp. Oh, excuse me. They've just changed the number. I was going to say 98's already drawn a couple flags, but this one against Thaddeus Coleman.
Kickoff team ready.
Lowther trying to make it a 7-point lead. He's missed. Missed a field goal, now misses a convert. How big will that be? Vernon Adams has a chance to regain the lead with a converted touchdown. But right now, Saskatchewan in charge as they cash in after that turnover by Beatty. William Powell getting used to wearing that chain. 2 plays after the turnover on downs.
He is tonight. He is tonight. In the last 3 or 4 games, Rider fans been wondering why they're not getting him the ball more. Well, they are tonight. He's closing in on 100 yards.
2 Powell runs to the end zone. But will that Lowther miss be costly? Shaq Murray-Lawrence has to backpedal to his 10. Won't reach the 30 as he gets helicoptered down. Let's head to the sidelines. Here again, Claire Hanna.
Well, Chris, over the last 2 games, the Riders found the end zone just twice. So following their loss in Winnipeg, the offense wanted to take more accountability for things. Cody Fajardo told me that the offense met as a group without coaches to go over film so that guys could fess up to some of their missed assignments, some mistakes. Some guys even admitted there was parts of the game where they didn't give their most effort, and they felt that that turned things around and bonded them so that they didn't let anything brew, and it looks like it's working here tonight, Chris.
Up 14 points in just under 3 minutes for the offense. Quan Bray a catch, and you can see Cameron Judge back out there again.
I think this is a good call by Carr Jones, though, to get the ball into Quan Bray's hands immediately the next time they come back out. He dropped that deep one. That turned Saskatchewan. He's been fighting the ball. Get him back and involved because you may need him with 10:56 to go.
2nd and 6. Adams to the sidelines. Money throw to DeVere Posey.
Boy, was it ever.
First down.
Was it ever. And he had to short arm it. He had pressure. Vernon Adams trying to get that out to DeVere Posey. This is a throw that has to be bang on. Look at Gainey right in the hip pocket. If that ball is a little bit behind him, Gainey's got a shot at it. And Adams with pressure on him, he short armed that to get it right out there to him.
6 catches, 73 for Posey. Lewis, 6 for 77. Good Alouette receiving core, and they get this guy to carry the mail too. And Standback just got tripped up enough by Marshall to force the momentum out of bounds. That's a 13-yard run by William Standback.
You take a look at Montreal's 3-game win streak. Even back into the couple games they lost before their previous 3-game win streak, with Vernon Adams at the controls, they feel comfortable in this situation.
Spencer Moore in the backfield, the former Roughrider. Wide side, they go back to Quan Bray. And out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So that's 6 on first down for Montreal.
That's one of the remarkable things about the rising star of Vernon Adams to me is his composure under the gun. I mean, one possession gains that he has found a way to win is why the team trusts him and is starting to really believe in their quarterback and coach, the play calling down the wire. Now, the Saskatchewan's defense have an answer because Montreal's come through. They're on a 3-game win streak. And they've all been tight games.
Second and 4, flag down, and the Alouettes offside.
Procedure, Montreal, number 54. It's a 5-yard penalty. He's 2nd down.
They're going to call Chris Schluger, the right tackle. Looks like one of the receivers to the near side might have been ahead of the snap, but
you always think that offense has the advantage because they know the snap count, but in these real loud games, and you're playing against Micah Johnson, you have to look out of the corner of your eye, see the ball move first.
2nd down over the middle. Great catch. Eugene Lewis.
Oh, man.
That is a big one for the Alouettes.
Boy, is it
first
ever.
Down.
Is it ever. And pressure. Solomon Elamimian on a blitz. He's coming with pressure. Derek Moncrief's trying to spy the crossing routes that they love, and right in behind him is Eugene Lewis. If Derek Moncrief gets a little more depth, he's in that throwing lane, but he comes across the field, not with depth, and Lewis is in behind him.
Eugene Lewis over 100 with that catch, and Adams over 300 for the 4th time this season. First down, Alouettes. A pump and a go and a touchdown. Eugene Lewis and the Alouettes are a convert away from the lead.
Hey, D! What's up?
Good receivers in 50-50 situations take that split second just before the ball's going to arrive to compose themselves. And just as the ball arrived, Nick Marshall can't be in a better spot. He takes that deep breath, turns, and the timing on his jump, absolutely perfect.
Be ready to go again. I got you. We're right back up.
3rd touchdown of the year for Lewis. 7-play, 80-yard drive. What a football game. And now Beatty to break the tie. Right down the middle. 25-24 Montreal with just under 8 minutes left. But right now, let's head back to the studio and check in with Rod Smith.
CC checking in and Coors Light answering the call. A moment ago, I would have thought Cody Fajardo has the edge until that by Vernon Adams Jr., that touchdown pass to give the Alouettes the lead. We got a tight one in Saskatchewan. More to come right after this.
What a fourth quarter it's been. It was 18-10 Montreal, a Saskatchewan touchdown, a Montreal turnover, another Roughrider touchdown, and now an answer by Eugene Lewis. And the missed convert important in that sequence as well for the Roughriders. That's why they're down by 1.
Well, we should have a chance. Time it up.
Marcus Thigpen returning the BD kickoff. And a good return up beyond the 35.
Well, nothing changes for Cody Fajardo. When they've been successful, when they've moved the football offensively, it's William Powell, it's RPOs, the run-pass option.
Let's go, D! We're going trips left.
Bob Slowick, defensive coordinator in Montreal, he's got to get Powell contained.
Hey! Why? Why Rodney slide? Yeah. Wait, 20! Wait, 28!
Start with Powell. And what a close that was by Enoch Mwamba.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. And that's middle linebacker scraping in a hurry and making it the priority. When Saskatchewan's been successful in this game tonight, William Powell started drives off with that 6-7 yard run and getting Cody Fajardo in real good short yardage situations on second down.
Yeah.
Enoch Mwamba knew it. Stepped up,
Sixth tackle of the game for Mwamba.
Wait, 20! Wait, 28!
Second and long. Here comes pressure. Flag comes down. And Fajardo throws sidelines for Roosevelt. Got the catch. Would have the first down, but it looks like it's going to be a hold against Darius Bladdock.
Hey, talk that boy, Katie? Yeah.
Woody Barron turned up the heat.
Bye-bye.
That's exactly the matchup.
Frustrated, bro. We'll take it.
That is the matchup.
Holding Saskatchewan, number 66. It's a 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
There's your matchup, Woody Barron right there, and it's going to be right at the end of the play when Cody Fajardo spins out of it. He's okay. Bladdock's okay there, but then you can see the arm come around the chest, and he pulls him backwards. So he tries to cut Fajardo off. He's okay there. Now the arms get outside and wild in the tackle.
So second and long, underneath it goes. It's Arsenault, and he'll be dropped close to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a couple yards beyond. Antonio Simmons, the tackle. Saskatchewan's got to punt it away.
They're probably going to be in a safe look. Let's go doubles. Punt left. Ready. Play what you see.
Special team boss, as well as head coach.
Predicting that they'd be in a safe look. Safe look
Two returners, Brian Bennett.
would basically be leave your defense out there if you're Montreal, expecting Saskatchewan to fake it.
Only one returner back. It's Quan Bray, who made it an adventure in the first quarter.
Cut it off, Grief! Cut it off! Get over here to the boundary!
Ryan drives Bray back inside the 20, but a decent return to the 30 after a 54-yard punt.
Get us the stuff! Good head, Johnny!
Get into the new CTV drama, Emergence, where nothing is as it seems. Emergence, series premiere Tuesday, September 24th. Only on CTV.
You know, these live mics, I know sometimes you at home are listening to different players and different times, different quarterbacks. We can hear all of them at certain times. And Craig Dickinson, listening to him tonight on live mic, he coaches a ton of the fundamentals of the game throughout the game, more so than I've heard from most head coaches in the league. Swinging it out to Stanback, who lost his footing, regains it untouched, and
gets some valuable yardage after hitting the turf.
And I don't mean to be general as if, coach, all the coaches coach, but what I'm saying is it's not game management necessarily for Craig Dickinson. It's the fundamentals. Talking about containment and talking about making sure you have this lane or that lane, what responsibilities you have in certain defenses. Constantly coaching up and down the sideline the fundamentals of the game, as well as game management.
Need about 3.5 for stand back left side. He'll get it. Dragged down by Edom, the safety. William Powell's had the edge on stand back, but this might be an important series for 31 of the Alouettes.
Well, two names on the marquee coming into this one tonight for sure. Two great tailbacks.
On black, ready? Black deal.
Can they contain Micah Johnson?
4 minutes left, 1st and 10. Stand back again. Drives to about the 48 and has 4 more.
If we basically
56 for stand back, 87 for Powell on the ground.
Hey, can I see my card? I need to see my card, who I gave you on the punt, on the numbers. Yeah.
Little bookkeeping apparently is
just double check the card.
I need to see that. Yeah, inside. Let's go.
2nd and 5. Another big play. Here comes Heat, and it's batted down.
I need to add 35 on the inside.
Cameron Judge.
He's battled, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been fighting through it. As far as just fighting the injuries in this one tonight. I said off the top with 63 defensive plays coming in. That's tied with Derek Moncrief. You're looking at the Saskatchewan Roughriders as a team. Cameron Judge has to be one of your award nominees the way he's played in that defense. Former UCLA captain. Big play on 2nd down right there.
Tied with Moncrief for the team lead. Here is Beatty. Thigpen runs up on this at the 22. And that's great downfield cover, isn't it? Good hustle on the play by Bo Banner. We've hit the 3-minute warning. In for a finish here in Saskatchewan tonight. A 1-point Alouette lead. Last-minute drama at McMahon earlier today. The Stampeders beat the Ticats, and we're going down to the wire here tonight.
We had wins.
Vernon Adams going over the last series, and now it's in the hands of Cody Fajardo. William Powell taken down around the 30-yard line.
Well, Powell's up. We just saw Stanback do his thing. Stanback, by the way, is combined for 83 yards, 57 rushing, 26 receiving. Powell
here we go, boys.
is at 111 plus what he just got there. So he's
751 X post wheel S seam Y casino on 101. Ready?
He's over 100 all purpose or from the line of scrimmage.
See if they're in 3 down range yet. Trying to make that a moot point as they get the first down here. Move the chains. Kyron Moore the catch.
I was going to say if they didn't convert there, probably not. But if
over 2 minutes,
exactly. But if you convert here, now you get it down inside of 2. Now you're looking at 3 down football till you get to field goal range.
Alouettes on 101. Ready? Our burst here. Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards, baby.
Well, this kind of takes you back to 2009, 2010 when the two franchises met in Great Cup. Jack Evans has a huge catch. Boy, he took a jolt, but hung on. And that'll fire up the Rough Rider bench.
Always love to see the receiver get up from hits like that, or the running back like Wayne Moore when he showed you Bola combos hit. This is another big one. But Fajardo steps into this throw because he sees his number one receiver open up quickly. And the shot came from both sides.
Lacombo and Tommy Campbell.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Preview.
This has been some game.
It's got a little bit of everything.
60 W Hoosiers, why search X Quail on 101. Ready?
Dress it as you need to be. I'm good.
25-yard play. Getting into Lowther range here. Looked one way. On a roll, he'll take off and get down at the 41.
Yeah, right now, Brett Lowther is trying to fight. He's right now fighting self-doubt. He missed a convert, and he's missed a field goal in this game tonight. And while he's going through his motion and he's trying to just cue that muscle memory. Remember we talked about visualization early? Right now, Brett Lowther is visualizing, or should be, the ball going right down the middle of the uprights. In field goal range. Right now it's a long one.
Is he visualizing that post field goal trip to the other end of the field? Remember the last home game for Saskatchewan, a runoff field goal by Lowther, and he ended up in hill country.
But every game's a different journey, and this one in this game for Lowther has been the two misses that I can guarantee you, or that's what he's fighting right now as the offense gets in position.
Well, it's in manageable range right now.
On the kill.
Purifoy with some words of encouragement. Here's the jet sweep. Evans trying to turn the corner, and he hit a wall. Greg Reed on the job again. He's had a big night.
So Kahari will stop the clock. Kahari Jones at the timeout.
I wanted to ask you.
Montreal, their final timeout.
You saw Purifoy talk to the kicker. Did Dave Ridgway want anybody saying anything to him?
No, and as a matter of fact, on the night that the 89 group is out here, just before that big kick, all those offensive linemen like Roger Aldag, Bob Holy wanted to become kicker coaches, and they turn around and they have the right feeling in their hearts. They're trying to help and they're trying to give you encouragement, but you just want to be by yourself, get in your zone, get that muscle memory, and visualize the ball going through. That's what Lowther's doing right now.
And off to Powell. Not going anywhere, going to be dropped at the 32, so it's Lowther time. You sounded like Dr. Frank Lodato there, the super CFL sports psychologist. Well, let's see if Lowther's cleared his mind and ready to win this game.
Well, Fajardo did what he had to do, get them in field goal range. A lot of the heavy lifting from William Powell, who's had a big night.
And will there be a kick out if he misses? They've got three guys back in the end zone. Boris Beatty's one of them.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got it.
John Ryan's a holder, and he'll watch that 20-second clock.
They got to run it out.
Use it all the way down.
Lowther up. Lowther's good. So Saskatchewan's got the lead. 25 seconds remaining for Kahari Jones, Vernon Adams, and the Alouettes to change it.
Mission accomplished. Missed a couple tonight. Knew he was going to have the opportunity. Muscle memory, head down, concentration, straight down Main Street. Great kick under pressure.
5 lead changes tonight. You heard Craig Dickinson. He made a good point. They know not going to kick it out, because if they kick it out, Roughriders get another chance to set up for another field goal, because there was time on the clock.
They were going to run it out, but they were going to do it making sure they didn't waste any time. That's why there were 3 kickers back there, or returners back there, I should say.
Going to be Shaq Murray-Lawrence trying to get something going. Ran into one of his own men, and he'll finally go down with 17 seconds on the clock. Cameron Judge down there, and Vernon Adams has got to make things happen in a hurry.
And they'll turn up the volume on Vernon Adams.
32 black jet. Let's go Clippers. You good, brother?
Chad Jeter shaking up on the kick cover, wearing Alouette colors.
And that's going to give Kahari Jones an extra second just to make sure that Vernon Adams gets the call that he needs. And probably calls 2 plays in a row here so they don't waste any time.
They need about 30 yards of real estate, don't they?
And that's the challenge right now for the secondary for Saskatchewan. They're going to have to play off so you don't give up one deep play and one throw.
Hey, it's going to be 32. Black Jet, Ottawa Star. Get in there.
Get in there.
On black.
Got someone going down the middle. He looked out to his right, said, get in there.
How can you not like these 2 quarterbacks? Took a shot, but actually looked like Gene Lewis got behind coverage and they missed him. O'Kine put on some heat. Six-man rush from Jason Shivers on that last play.
Same thing on Alpha. Black Jet on Alpha.
There's a pump and a jump off Geedy's hands, incomplete. Geedy looking for his first interception of the year. He wanted it, but that's a big knockdown.
Big knockdown, but he played for the interception. It bounced off his hands, and Eugene Lewis behind him. How close was he to getting the tip? About 3 inches away from scooping that one in off the hands of Gainey. Now, with 6 seconds, you just want to knock it down.
Whether they have time for a 30-yard play and a field goal. Adams in trouble. He's out of time. Turnover on downs, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders are going to win another home game and go to 6-1 here at Mosaic.
Couldn't agree more, though, Chris. 2 great young rising stars at the quarterback position put on a show tonight.
Adams 344 passing yards in a losing cause. Cody Fajardo scored 1 on the ground, 254 yards passing. and drove the team down the field for the winning field goal. Time for the Nissan Titan Player of the Game, brought to you by the Nissan Titan, ranked number 1 in quality by J.D. Power.
Well, honorable mention to Cody Fajardo. Honorable mention to a good game from Micah Johnson on defense, but we're going with William Powell tonight. 18 touches, 94 rush yards, a touchdown, 30 receiving yards, and a touchdown. He's got 11 on the season. The Rider fans wanted more William Powell. They got it tonight, and he's our player of the game.
So a bounce back for Saskatchewan, now have won 7 of 8. They are 8-4 on the season, tied with Calgary. And our next game, along with the Tiger Cats in Edmonton. What a super Saturday of Canadian Football League action. Calgary wins a tight one. Saskatchewan wins a tight one. And snaps Montreal's 3-game win streak. 27-25 the final. So long from Noisy Mosaic.